Yes, so mining. Mining, from the metaphor of the mining, basically you have to go a little bit underneath the top layer of earth where it seems that there's nothing, and you dig underneath, and then you're going to find something that apparently is not there. Seems like there's nothing. So mining appears, as I said, appears in Hakomi, awareness-based somatic psychotherapy, and it's a core important tool in killer inquiries. And even if you are not interested in any of this, there's still an important way of starting to investigate our subconscious. It's a tool to investigate our subconscious. Why would you want to do that? Well, if you want to have any hope to have less suffering, we need to find skillful ways to bring our unconsciousness to light. You know, Jung would say this: make your unconscious conscious. Because on surface, basically what's on the conscious level, like now, there are sounds and maybe some passing thought, maybe there's some tension. So we may not be aware of our core programs right now because they are hidden. Yeah. So mining is, as I mentioned before at the beginning of the group, about the 3 dimensions of practice. Mining is a second dimension of practice. I'm not just dealing with what is. I am opening the hood to discover something which is there, is just not in my conscious awareness. And it goes kind of like that. Mining could be that. Also, this is part of awareness-based teachings. So it's not just talking and mining. Although as you get more skilled and more aware of your inner world, you can, as somebody's talking to you, you can notice something and then you go and see what's that about. So I'll give an example. Let's keep it practical here. The idea with mining, that there is a body-mind connection. It's not that just body-mind, that the body and mind are connected. It's actually that the body-mind is one, actually. When I say body, is body that includes feelings and emotions, yeah? So in this modality and other modalities, body-mind are one. So I may notice, okay, I can have a certain tension in my body, like a heaviness or a knot or a burning. Something, let's say, not something that, oh, I have a sprained ankle, or so something that you have a sense that, man, what is this? This is not just physical. You know, you can start with these obvious ones. There's a pressure, there is a heaviness in the chest, is a knotted stomach, it's a energy butterfly in the belly, there's a maybe even tightness in the jaw. There is some somatic experience, which is some kind of energy, felt sense that is not functional. It's not that I lifted weights or I did this and I feel this. Yeah. So there's something like that. And on the surface, it appears like, hey, I know it's just a knot or heaviness or burning, or felt sense of like a needle, or it's some kind of heaviness in my pit, or like something is choking me here. Yeah, so there is some energy, but we don't know what this is about. And we don't like it also. We secretly, or we don't like it and we want it to go away, basically. And a lot of our activity, we are trying to get rid of things that actually we don't know what they are. So mining is kind of like that. I'll just give you an example. Let's say I feel something in my chest. So I just take a moment to quiet my mind, take a breath, and there's something there. And first of all, I'm not trying to think about it. I'm not trying to analyze it. I am just, first of all, notice what I can perceive. Yeah, burning, like observe it scientifically while allowing it. It's like a small area in the chest, like a ping pong ball. It's actually burning and tight. Make sure you don't try to get rid of it. So you let it be there. It's almost like, hey, I don't know what this is, but I allow it. I welcome it completely. And I'm witnessing it. I'm allowing it. Yeah. Now this makes it come out more crisp. Yeah, because I'm not escaping it. I'm not trying to think about it. I'm giving it permission to be here. And then I ask this mining question. Okay, well, if this tightness in my chest, if there were some thought or words connected to it, what would they be? Or if this tightness in my chest were to say something, no matter how strange, if it had the audio file, what would it say? And then just wait, listen. We are not trying to go in the mind to come up with something. We are staying with the thing in the chest, and we are just present. And then if we stay like this, not for long, it may say something like, I'm sad, man. Or, there's something wrong with me. Or, she left. Or, anyway, there is some thought that somehow, if this tightness in the chest were to say something, it will say that. Yeah. So what we've done is that we are this was a zip-locked file of some tension or sensation. And in somatic modalities, we know that there's more there. There's always a mind, there's a mental aspect into it. And so we give it time and we listen. Now, let's say it could be an emotion. We have an emotion. I started with something more difficult, like a sensation that is not clear. But let's say we have an emotion. I'm a little frustrated. I'm aware of this frustration in my system. So again, drop in, stop going into the mind about it, and just fully allow it. See where it is. It's very important to see where it is. Let it be there. This is called ensuring awareness, or in Hakomi, we'll call ensure mindfulness. Before you explore or observe something, first ensure mindfulness first. Be present to it first. Many people are making this mistake, like, I wonder why I have that. What is this? And then you are going into the head without being aware of it enough. So, okay, there's this feeling, frustration. Yeah, it's okay to feel this. I want to allow this now. Okay. Yeah, man, I'm frustrated. Okay, if this frustration were to say something, if this frustration in my gut, or this fear in my gut, I feel some anxiety in my gut. Let's not even call it anxiety. There is like, okay, I allow it, I witness it, I am with it, present, not trying to get rid of it. Then I want to see what does it say, because it always says something. If this fear in my gut were to say something, what would it say? I'm afraid I won't make the rent. I'm afraid I won't make the rent. Yeah, bam, it reveals this. I wonder if she's going to come back to me. I'm too old. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late for me. Yeah. So now, once something like this is being revealed, is like a thought. Basically, that's good. So we mind out a thought that was hidden in the energy or in the feeling, and we are now just witness and allow that thought. You know, almost like try to slow it down. Oh, it's like, oh, I'm so tired of these assholes. Okay, this is a thought. You notice this, let it be here. Yeah. Yeah. Or you will be surprised actually, and it's very interesting. I noticed it's kind of shocking, like working with clients. They have, they talk, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Hey man, where do you feel all of this? This is another way of mining. The person is telling you story, or somebody is you are telling me something, a story. So now it's more like the mind speaking, but I'm not in touch with the actual feeling experience, somatic experience. So I'm having the person be like, hey, how about close your eyes for a moment and you tell me about your mother and all of this, and this happened, and yeah, man, this fucked up. Anyway, whatever. Empathize. Close your eyes for a moment. Where do you feel all that? Well, it's like a stabbing me here in the back, like it's stabbing me there. Like it's like, oh fuck, man, I don't like it. Okay, I'm ensuring mindfulness. Just stay with it for a moment. Where is it? It's there. Yeah. Can we let it be for a moment? It's okay. It's not going to kill you. I am diminishing resistance. I'm trying to not resist it. And I'm saying this, I'm doing with client, but this is what I'm doing with myself. This is what I would like us to learn to do on ourselves. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's stabbing. It's in the back. How big is it? How? So now I'm aware of it in awareness. I don't know what it is, but yeah, there is like a, yeah, I feel like it's like a knife in my back. Okay, let the knife be there in your back. Okay, if this knife in the back were to have a voice or a thought or an image, no matter how strange, what would it say? Don't think about it. Just stay with it. Oh, fuck. She was never on my side, man. She was never on my side. She always rejected me, man. Okay, so it came now this thought, which is the thought. Now this thought may, may bring a lot of feelings too, it's like, and then suddenly instead of having a story with blah, 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 you have actually the resisted feeling there. Then we open it up and it says the core of the story. She never had my back. And now I'm sad or angry. Yeah. So mining is a way to go beyond just the story level or the level of, hey, I have this contraction here. So it's a way to bring awareness to the body, emotion, body, mind aspect. It's a way to open the Ziploc file. Yeah. Now, what is strange at the beginning when I was doing with clients and myself is that there's is contracted, and I ask the person. Well, another way, I want to say something here. So we are asking this mining question. This is a mining question, which could be like this. Well, if this were to have a voice, what would it say? It's almost like there was a vocal channel in it, and you turn it on. And what would it say? It would say, don't go, don't leave me. Or, I'm giving you intense stuff, but it could be something lighter, more neutral, So you ask, what would it say? If it had a voice, what would it say? Also, it could be if it had a voice or some words. Some people have this. Yeah, it says, rejection. Just says rejection. And be like, oh, great, okay, let's stay with this word rejection here. Just can you see the words now? Yeah, so some thought came up, it's not fully formed, it's like rejection. Can I let this be here and see if there are any other words or pictures connected with this word rejection that came from your rib? Now, this is in awareness, yeah, slow. Now, the person says, oh, yeah, I have this memory. Yeah, so we are mining out now from the word rejection. We are mining out some past file. There's this memory. Okay, let this memory be here. What is see the memory, let it be here. Okay. What's that memory? Oh, yeah, he is the last time I saw my dad. And I saw him and, okay, so stay with this memory like this. See this, you are watching it. It's an image. If this image were to have a caption, it were to mean something, if this image, what would it say? I will always be alone. Or it's all my fault. Or I used to have this is a real example, man. Because anyway, some of you into KI are familiar with all of us actually, we have some feelings we don't like, and some of them are more pushed back. They are repressed. It's called a repression mechanism, which is different than suppression. Suppression is that it comes, this feeling, and I do something to push it down. I'm aware of it. Repression is that it doesn't even come because I practice this so much that it's kind of shut down. So for me, like grief and sadness, repression. So I'll have this contraction, and then I didn't feel anything. There was no feeling. But then this image will come often in inquiry with my grandma's funeral. She raised me, and then I have this image that they were lowering her into the ground with the ropes and the casket, and no memory, no feeling. And actually, what's trippy is that as a 14-year-old boy, I had no feeling about it. It was my mother died, funeral. I didn't feel anything. It was already repression in place then. Anyway, this memory comes. I remember I was with Scott in the car, and she said, stay with this. Just let this be here. This, you see your grandma. I'm feeling nothing. This image. Then he says, if this were to mean something about you, which is a mining question, or if this image were to have a subtitle, what would he say? Take your time. Yeah, we don't pull it from the mind. And then it comes out, it comes like, love died, and I'm alone. And when I said those words, then I started crying. Even now it makes me sad. But like, love died, and I'm alone, and crying, which was a great achievement because it was all this repressed. So you see, we mine out the meaning out of the memory. Yeah, we mine out meaning out of memory. We mine out words out of emotions or sensations. Yeah. But also it's important to do this. There's the story, there's a recurring sticky thought. Hey, where's this energy? Where do I have energy around this? Oh, it's actually in my hip. Okay, so let's go in the hip. We know it was all about the story, but if the hip were to say something simple, no matter how irrational, so I encourage the client or myself, if he were to say something, no matter how strange, what would he say? He would say, don't trust anybody, don't trust anybody, be careful, don't trust any, Anyway, so this is mining. Now, all that I'm teaching here, that's not the end of the rope here, because now that it revealed something, then now we follow the thread. So this is like the second dimension of works, trying to unpack. Yeah, so this is mining, and the purpose of mining is to make the unconscious more conscious, and to skillfully unpack these Ziploc files Oh yeah, and the thought I keep trying to finish is that there's deep contraction for the client. Then we might know, what does it say? It says that I am unlovable. I'm unlovable. And then I have the person stay with this thought, allow this thought, not reject the thought, not to believe the thought, just witness and allow the thought as if it's written on a screen. I'm unlovable. And then I ask them, it's another question, like, well, what do you get out of believing that you are unlovable? We are going to study this later, this in KI, as well as in other teachings. It's called the utility inquiry. I'm not going to go into it now, but utility question. So I have the belief that was formed from the child that I am unlovable, or, you know, it's too late for me now. I have too much work ahead. It's too late. It's too late. I'm too fucked up. Okay. What is the utility of believing that I'm unlovable? Don't think about it. It's irrational. And then it comes, oh, I avoid rejection. Yeah, I avoid rejection. So there is some subconscious utility of our painful thoughts, or I believe I'm unlovable in order to, or I don't know, I believe there's something wrong with me. I'll never have a good relationship. What do I get out of believing this? I get to punish myself. Yeah, so we are from one angle, the utility inquiry, for some of you in KI who are familiar with this, I will get into it. Utility inquiry is a mining question. We are now finding out more about that belief. Okay, my point here was that big contraction, I am unlovable. I believe this in order to avoid rejection. The person is witnessing these three. I ask them, hey, how is it in your chest? Oh, it's gone. I'm like, really? Huh. So that's trippy, because the client now is telling me this painful story, man. I'm unlovable and like this and that. And I witness the sensation. I witness the thought. The contraction is gone by being made conscious. I've seen this over and over again. Somehow it is met now. Yeah, it's gone. It's been listened to. Yeah, it goes down. So also we talked today in the meeting, somebody had like, oh, I feel like shit. There's a distressed state. It's like a yucky. I don't know what the fuck is it. Okay, if I have time, you're lucky. Lie down. It's okay to allow this now. There's some, like, just okay. I'm willing to feel and stay with this now. You're aware. You're lying on the ground. Yeah, where is it more? It's more like actually in the solar plexus, man. Ah, fuck, I don't like it. Okay. Can I allow it still? Yeah, solar plexus. If you were to say something, mining question, it will say, I am unworthy, I'm a piece of shit. Or everybody always leaves. Yeah. So you are mining out the mental content into the somatic experience, and you witness this. Don't land on it, just witness. These are painful stuff. That's why it's important to develop awareness practice, so you can not now get like overwhelmed by this stuff, which these are overwhelming, but the more you have witnessing training, you can now witness it, not flinch. Bring the light of awareness to these things. It alleviates in some way, some of them. It's like just by witnessing it, it diminishes. You know? So this was mining.